powered by Riverside FM.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Joey and Jandler's The Fun Time Super Terrific Happy Hour. Welcome, Jandler.
Welcome, Joey. We're nearing our Thanksgiving episode, or Black Friday, I guess, next week. I was thinking today, and I gotta do some research and some planning. You know how we do TripAdvisor with the British version of Joey,
Yeah,
right? I was like, what if I can find some cool stuff? I was like, maybe Joey can take us around the world, or probably around the states for Thanksgiving, because I don't know, it's an American thing, but maybe I could look up some some Thanksgiving traditions in part of our states, and you can enlighten us next week. That's one of my
maybe.
goals.
It's a lot of states though. That's 50. Do we just do the ones that are following us, the 25?
I'm not gonna do 25. I'll find like what I think is like cool or funny. 5 to 7. If I can find stuff like
Like the
that.
other ones don't make the cut. We're like, you got to step up your game.
You gotta you gotta wait till next year. You gotta get crazy next year. All right, let's go ahead and jump into
Here are today's effing holidays.
the holidays. Not as much that I saw on the 22nd. Did you know today is National Cranberry Relish Day?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day is around the corner, so let's put our best cranberry recipes forward. I'm a cranberry. Wait, I like the gelatin. Like, is that the? I was
The
getting
can one?
confused. Yeah. So I don't like. I guess it's not the sauce I like, right? It's the. I don't know.
I think it is cranberry sauce that comes in the can though.
But I don't like the one with the chunks. You know what I mean? So I know there's two different ones.
I'm not like super big on like honestly, probably just in the last year, couple of years, like I've done like the cranberry sauce where I've actually ate it. Like I was just, it just never really appealed to me because it comes out like in dog food shape, like wet dog food can.
Hey,
So I'm like,
it tastes scrundiddlyumptious though, man.
what everybody said. And so finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna suck it up, I'm gonna try it. And it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like I was like, oh my God, like I've been missing this my whole life.
Was it chilled or was it room temp?
I think it was, I think probably in betweenish.
Okay, because I like it. I like putting it in the fridge. Get a little coolness to it.
Because also they said like have a little piece of it with like some turkey. So it was like a little chunk in that to make, I don't know.
Yeah, it does
It's,
make it a little like you take that. It gives it like a little. I hate to call it like turkey dry, but you get some moistness while you're eating.
yeah.
Because there are moist turkeys, but it just it adds to it. So I get that.
Well,
Um,
it's just like and it was one of those things that I was like, I guess that's not a horrible thing. Like, cause have you ever done pork chops and applesauce?
yeah, a long time ago, but yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, and like, so I'd never actually done that until probably like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, we went to some steakhouse that was having like some deal, like 1990 whatever, some 1999 like pork chop thing where you got like the whole shebang of like get the pork chop meal with like an appetizer and like a personal appetizer, salad, dessert deal. And so we got it, and they're like, you have to try it with applesauce. Like everybody was like, even the server was like, you got to try it like a crackhead, like with his eye, like, no, you've never done this before. And I'm like, I've never even been here.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it.
And I tried it, and I was like, hey, I mean, it's not like where I was like, oh, like again, like tears, like why have I missed out my whole life? Like, but I was like, it's not horrible. Like if I grill pork chops at the house, we'll have like a little bit of applesauce on the side just in case. But
As long as you're not grilling the applesauce with it, right?
that'd be fun, right? I'm like, it's falling through the grate.
It's everywhere.
It's not working.
No, I don't know. Somewhere along the lines I screwed up, but this isn't a November 22nd holiday. It's a November 23rd, but it reminded me of when we had math posse in high school.
Yeah.
November 23rd is Fibonacci Day, also known as Leonardo of Pisa and Leonardo Fibonacci. Leonardo Bonacci invented a pattern of counting that continues to influence math and technology today. So it reminded me of us being nerds in high school when we had math posse says no test today.
Too bad none
And
of the teachers listened.
yeah, and you're the when I brought I think of that story up in season 1, you're like, I wasn't even in class with you guys, and I was like, what?
I
There was
wasn't.
3. No, I
I would
know,
hang
but
out
I
with you
was
guys every once in a while.
yeah, but not in math class. I don't know what you did that day, but and then WTF or What the Forecast app I checked it now when it's nighttime. So it's 56 right now. It's starting to kind of feel like fallish, although we're nearing the end of November now. It's kind of weird here in South Texas, but WTF says the moon is telling you to suck it. You don't need that sort of negativity in your life. I don't understand how the moon's telling us to suck it, but just keep that in mind, man.
I know. That blows me away. I'm like, what is he saying? Because it's getting cold. Like, I don't see how the moon messes with the temperature.
Dude, and here's another thing that reminded me of you today, and you're gonna be like, why? But I texted, I was messaging some of my Illinois teachers, which I'm gonna talk about here in a second, and I was like, it's like 47 or something this morning. We do our morning recess, and I got kids coming out there with like shorts, t-shirt, right, no jackets, and I was like, I know I'm getting older because when they don't wear it, long sleeve clothes or warm clothes, I feel colder. You know what? Like I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, y'all making me cold because y'all aren't dressed for this at all. It's like creeping up on us, right? But then it warms up, kinda. But we'll see what happens next week.
Days like that never were my favorite for sure because it's like you go to work, you go to school, and like you got your jeans on, your pants, and like a heavy jacket. Sometimes you got like a little beanie going on or whatever.
Yeah.
And then by lunchtime, like you don't need the jacket, you don't need the beanie, and you're like, depending upon where you're standing, if you're in the sun or not, then you're like, man, it's hot in pants. And it's like,
Now
come
I
on.
got to carry all this junk home, right?
Yeah. And so like you walk out looking like you just bought like a jacket and some extra accessories for no reason.
All right. Quick move to the headlines.
It's time for this week's edition of Joey and Jandler's headlines. Yay! Hooray!
Hey, I texted you, right? We got India. We got a new country, sir.
What's up?
Yeah. It I do know. I think I told you I know quite a few friends that are from India.
Yeah.
So I texted them like, "Hey, how do you say cheers?" And they're like, "Cheers." So I was like, "There's no special word." And it's like, "Nope." And I was like, "All right."
All right. That's good.
Yeah, I was like, "New song." I was like, "Do I have to learn some new pronunciation?" They're like, "That's just cheers." I will tell you, my Echo Dot though. When I asked them how to say it, they said "chias." Like they gave it like an accent,
Yeah.
and I kind of phonetically tried to text some of my friends, and they just laughed. And I was like, I didn't know how you guys said it. They're like, no, it's just cheers. So I was like, all right.
But what, why do you have a bunch of extra letters in there for? Chias.
But but
Chia.
I got in parentheses here, right? So my cricket story. Um so some of my Indian friends, they got me watching cricket, which I find entertaining when they do the World Cups, right? And
Hmm.
so this past summer was they call it the T20 World Cup. It's 20 overs. Overs are kind of like innings in baseball, similar in a way, right? And the finals was Pakistan and India, which is a huge rivalry, right? In terms of like, especially in cricket, but just I think they're big rivals in just about anything. So for the finals, I was the only other than the bartender, me and the bartender were the only white people. Everybody else was Indian, and the place was packed. There are people that were talking like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Well, they got me into watching cricket, so I'm here to support you guys." But it's just funny, I was like, I stood out. I will say that, Joey. It's pretty easy to tell, And I went around asking them, "Hey, do you got anybody here named Joey?" And they're like, "No." So I guess it isn't an Indian name.
Get away from us, please. What's wrong with you?
Um. Also, now this is a little after the fact now, but the day after Halloween, one of our teachers, she got a flat tire. Man, there's nothing for her, but like it was just crazy how stuff happened because it took forever for like roadside assistance to get over there and help her.
Yeah.
And so me and the other teacher, we had to split up her class, and so we each had like 11 extra students in our class, and we already got 23. So I mean, like I had a couple people absent, so it wasn't maxed, but still 30 kids in our class. And I remember my AP came by at one point, and she asked how I was going. I was like, well, it's like I'm kind of improv a lot of stuff here because I didn't have copies for 30 kids. So a lot of stuff I'm doing, we're gonna have to work with partners now or whatever. Like we could do our small groups, and like obviously that had to be rearranged. Had to kind of like I said play with it. But she's like, yeah, go ahead, do it. But it was just weird, man. Yeah, they always talk about Murphy's Law, man. Anything that can happen will happen,
No,
especially to teach you.
like, did she have to wait for roadside assistance because like she couldn't change her own flat? Like she didn't know how, or like she just didn't want to,
Uh,
or do you even
she
know?
she said because I was texting her, they couldn't find where to put the. She got like a new car or a new jack. I guess with the new cars, maybe you know better than me. When we were growing up, that metal part we used to have to kind of put the jack. I guess it's kind of shifted where they put that spot in cars now. Because I used to always think like it was slightly in front of the wheel. I don't know. She just said that she couldn't find her and her husband couldn't figure out where to put the thing,
Yeah.
and then like they had to wait for roadside assistance, and this happened like early in the morning. So I mean, like it took, I guess 2.5 hours for them to get over there. You
Dang.
know, and it was just like okay. See, I got lucky last year when I had to do roadside assistance. The guy got here within like 30 minutes. So I mean, I was like a little bit late, but I wasn't late, you know.
Because I was just curious, like not throwing shade on them or nothing. I was just like one of those, like I wonder how many people out there now like don't. I wonder how many people like wouldn't know how to do it. I wonder if people wouldn't even realize that they have that stuff in their car to do it.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, yeah,
Because there's just so much junk like on your car now that is just automated. Like, because I got that new truck like almost a year ago now,
yeah.
and I said like I constantly tell the wife whenever I'm getting out of it, I'm like I feel like I'm like running like a spaceship because it's like push this button, push that button, push this, do that, shift here. And it's just like all these little buttons to turn up stuff. But like that '84 Dodge was my first vehicle. Like you just shifted and park,
Yeah.
turn the key off, and that was it, done. And now like it's just buttons. It's just crazy. And so it's like
They're like, it's too easy. We got to make it tough. We got to make it difficult for these people. You know, make
the first couple of weeks, there was probably 3 or 4 times I got out of the truck and forgot to turn it off because I was like I was like, oh, forgot to turn the button, push the button off, turn it off because it's like, well, because I'm just used to shifting in gear and then rotating the key back, and so I shift it in gear and hop out and like does that little beep like, hey, the truck's still on, and you're walking away with the key there, guy. And it's like, oh, sorry.
Hey, by the way, the mullet is making a comeback.
I
I don't know if you've
know
noticed that. At least it's making a comeback in the lower grades. I'm like,
it's been like that for a few years in the higher upper level too, and I don't know why. I don't know why that's ever been a cool. I mean, obviously I'm follically challenged,
but
so I
business in
don't
the
have to
front,
worry
party
about
in
it.
the back, man. You know,
But what, like, who came up with that? Like, who was like, you know what?
the Billy Ray
Leave it.
Cyrus is the first guy I remember really doing it. You know, and that was like in 1990 or something.
Like, you're just like, I'm gonna grow my hair out, and then you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the top to look like you, but I'm gonna leave the back. And they're probably like, dude, put your beard down, man. You're wasted. And
You
he's
know
like,
what
nah.
the craziest thing is I think white people invented the mullet originally, but now it's not a lot of white people that have the mullet. It's it's other races, and I'm like it never looked good for anybody. But it's just
Well, the
weird.
one that
It's weird when you see little kids because when I see like kindergarten and stuff in my head, I'm like, they don't even have a choice. So they don't have a say in this. It's like they're just like,
remember the rat tail? Remember like the little like where you just
yeah.
had like.
Thankfully, I can say I never had a rat tail.
Nor
I
did
never.
I. Like my parents never let me do anything crazy like with my hair. The first time I ever did something crazy, remember we dyed our hair blonde. My parents got
Yeah,
all mad
yeah.
about it.
We were out
They're
of high
like, "You're
school
gonna."
by then, weren't we?
We were, and they
Yeah.
still got mad because I was living at home for a little bit. And they're
Yeah,
like,
I forgot
"No, you're
about
gonna
that.
change that."
The craziest thing I remember before that is I shaved lines on my head like MC Hammer, like in third grade or something, you know.
No,
But just on
not
like the
me.
temples, I didn't go all the way around. Remember how some people go all the way around and have
Yeah,
lines like all the way around? I didn't go that far, you know. But apparently, you're not supposed to be shaving designs in your head, and I still see kids at school with designs in their head. So
yeah.
I don't know what the rule. I don't know if there are rules, and people are just like, I don't feel like enforcing it, or there's just no rules. So like, do whatever.
I don't see why the people have rules. I mean, you teaching with tattoos. You got teachers I see like with nose rings and stuff, and I'm all.
Yeah,
Not that I'm against it. Obviously, I got a tattoo too, but I'm just like, as long as it's not crazy, like where they come with like a big old like a lock through their nose,
yeah. Like
like
have you got those? Get your earlobes like with the big gauges, where you can
Yeah.
stick like a handlebar through it or something.
There was a dude I worked with in the school district I worked in before, like, and this was like 10 years ago almost at this point. I did summer school, and the guy had like those big plugs, like, and they were like the size of like a dime.
Mm,
They were like fat to where I was like, and I looked at it, and thought maybe it was like, because I knew that they had those earrings where they're like the fake ones where they look
yeah,
like a plug, but it was just on a post, and so it kind of gave the look, but it wasn't.
yeah.
And so I looked and I realized, oh, dude, he's stretching his thing. I'm like, how are you even working right now? Like that, I didn't even think that was allowed.
You think we could do like Mike Tyson, get a face tattoo and be fine
Shoot,
as a teacher? Like I think like if I think like if you're a bus driver, your maintenance stuff, I think they let go of some of those face stuff, the neck stuff. Now I
yeah.
don't want a neck tattoo anyway. I'm just saying like I wonder like if people have a problem as a teacher now. If that's kind of like drawing the line, you know what I mean?
I mean, I've thought about it. I've honestly thought about doing like something like, or maybe like right here on the back, behind the ear,
Something small
kind
or
of
whatever.
thing. But then I'm like, if I ever want to like, don't want to do something where I can't cover it up.
Yeah. And then last thing I'm gonna bring up here before we take our break, because you and the dude didn't respond when I was texting you about how last week one kid comes to me and tells me somebody threw his shoe or actually no. So here's the story. Kid A comes and tells me that Kid B had his shoe thrown in the toilet by Kid C, right? So Kid A had nothing to do with it. He just saw it.
Yeah.
So I call Kid B. I was like, what happened to your shoe? And he's like, it got thrown in the toilet. By who? I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know who took your shoe and threw it in the toilet, right? But I texted you and the dude about it, and I sent my because that's one of my favorite lines from Austin Powers. A shoe, honestly, who throws a shoe? But I sent it to you guys, and I didn't get a response, man. So it's a little hurt,
I'm
a little
sorry.
hurt.
Sometimes I don't respond to those things because I'm in the middle of, I don't know, living my life a little bit there, guy. Like doing things.
You're like,
I'm not sitting next to the phone waiting for you to send me texts all the time. There
I
are sometimes, but not all the time.
it just reminds me of that story when you were busy one day and you're like, I'm going through stuff. And I was like, I'm sorry. And you're like, no, not like you're like, I'm not going through stuff. I'm just busy, like having a
Well, because
life crisis over here.
I was like, well, hey, get that. I was like, hey, man, I'm kind of doing something.
That's not what you said. You literally said I'm going through stuff
I
right
know,
now.
but like it was just when I was like, dude, like I'm like things are at work are happening. I got to pay attention, and it's just like my watch is vibrating like crazy, and I'm like, oh, can you not? Can you not right now? Because half the time you send something when especially if it's funny, like it throws me off for just a sec, and so you have to like,
I
you know what
know
I mean?
you
Like
get
when you're,
you like look at it. Sometimes I'll look at I'm like, what is this? And I'm teaching, and then I'm kind of talking and I'm trying to read at the same time. And you're
yeah,
like, what's going on?
and so you're doing and you're like on this train of thought, and you're doing something, and you look down and you read the text or you see the picture, and you're like, what was I doing? Because you're like,
You're
what
like,
was I doing? I was doing something before this thing came in. It was funny, and then it was like what was I? I was somewhere, and
yeah.
it was like you got to retrace, and you're like, dang it.
All right, Adrian, take us to the intro and then the new song. All right.
Sounds good.
Then I got to find the ad.
We say toast, convey, cheers, mate, and cheers, mate again, or simply cheers. Sometimes it's all talk silly, other times it's cheers, hey, you and hoser. We also say Sunday, salute, saluting, or tage, skull, Russia, we cheer, nice of you. And now in Vietnam we can say, yo, that's how Joey and Jandler cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world. Different languages, same sentiments, raising our glasses to friendship and joy. Cheers, cheers around the world. Cheers, cheers around the world.
Oh, there's the bell. Let me do the
Wait.
ad real quick. I think you got something to say, but hold on real quick, sir. All right. Hey, just want to remind everybody, shop buyblacket.com. If you're looking for unique gifts at unbeatable prices, then look no further. Buyblacket.com has quality merchandise for everyone on your list, from gifts for dog and cat lovers to American fans, beer enthusiasts, and even Jesus lovers. And teachers, don't miss out on our collection of funny attire to brighten your classroom. So find something special, bring a smile, and shop buyblacket.com today. By the way, I'm sorry, I know you got something to say. I got an email. I thought somebody else had bought from our link. It turns out they just reminded me of when my teacher friend already bought. I was like, it's kind of like made me feel bad. I was like, I thought we had 2 sales. And I was like, oh, but I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Don't forget to remind everybody though, buy Blackett, BUYBLACKETT.com.
So, like I said, apparently that's from Blue's Clues, right? Which
Yeah.
I guess if my sister was watching it, probably in the Navy. But not Saturday Night Live, Family Guy kind of parodied something about that. But the reason I'm bringing that up because I'm going to share something from my Illinois teacher friends, right?
Okay.
So I finally did it on Sunday where I messaged a lot of my Illinois teacher friends and I was telling them about our podcast, right? And a lot of them said that, they were going to listen to it like, oh, that sounds like everyone was like, oh, that's a pretty cool idea, And I was like, because I told them like me and, well, I didn't say Joey, but like me and a friend, like we're just telling funny stories and trying to make fun of the job, right? Trying to make it silly. It's not about being serious. And then I told him to try and keep it short, although the 100th episode was one of our longer ones. And I was like, check it out. But then I asked them, I was like, hey, what's a phrase that you're tired of saying? So here's some of the input that I got from the teachers, right? And this is why I called it mail time. One, it was like, I remember asking some of our guests last year, it was like, fill in the blank here. My mom doesn't want you to know this, but, right?
Yeah.
And one teacher said, my mom doesn't want me to tell you that my little brother threw up on my homework, but it's okay. She wiped it off, right?
That's gross.
And another one said, my mom doesn't want me to tell you that my sister couldn't come to school today because she accidentally knocked over my mom's bong and got cut really bad and had to get stitches. And this apparently came from kindergartners, right?
That's good.
And actually, I remember years ago, I may have shared this story in season 1, but that same school, not that same teacher, there are some kindergartners. They would have like a letter of the week, right?
Yeah.
And the letter was K, and this kid brought in like a coupon for KY jelly, and it's like, it does start with the letter K, but I mean, come on, parents. And then I also asked, what do you say what do you say that you're tired of saying? And one teacher was saying she's like, I'm tired of saying this, but please get a tissue. We don't use our hair to wipe our nose, And another one said, please get a squirt of hand sanitizer and keep your fingers out of your nose or out of your pants, right?
You're like, it's not time to play with ourselves yet. It's not recess. Go clean yourself, please.
But I was telling them in reply to them, I was like, something I get tired of saying is like, we wear shoes in the bathroom, and the kid had a pass the other day where they could take off their shoes in class. Now he said he put his shoes on. I hope he did, because I was like, we don't walk in the bathroom without shoes, man. That's disgusting. But kids, man, all I'm gonna say is kids. All right,
Because they don't. And now here's, in all honesty, no sarcasm. Because you know how like they talk, like people talk about, words have power, and the power of your imagination and stuff like that. People can will things into, like you can will things into existence. Obviously, these things are already around now, but what would the world really look like if perhaps we're a little more childlike in our minds and we just never really thought about germs? And germs eventually die off.
So you're thinking we mentally are making germs exist? Is that what you're telling me?
It's like one of those, like, if the tree falls in the woods kind of thing. Like you would assume it makes a noise because it's a tree.
Hey, don't get me started on that, because I don't think it makes a sound because there's nobody there to hear it. Like, I think a sound is someone actually hearing it. So
That's what I'm saying.
You could be onto something. I will tell you, one of the science classes I had in college said that a lot of the medicine that helps us because we psychologically think it helps us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they do those little studies of like placebos and stuff like that.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's a good point. Never thought about deep thought, huh?
I'm just saying.
That's a Jack Handy moment right there, huh?
It's never. It's not being It's not being sarcastic. She's I'm just saying. I wonder.
Yeah, like I'm just saying. All right, I'm gonna tell you the story time. I might have to save the Ask a Doctor for next segment. So here's my story, right?
Yeah.
So bear with me, right? So one of my team leaders, or not one of my team leader was reading this text and basically said that someone had called me lazy, and I was like, "What the?" I was like, "There's no way I'm lazy. Like, screw that, forget that." And I asked the other ladies, like, "Do y'all think I'm lazy?" And they all said yes. And then and I got a little frustrated, right? And then at this exact moment, I realized I'm dreaming, right? And then this dream might kind of pans out, like I'm looking at myself, and the ladies are all dressed in professional work attire at the desk, working and planning. I, however, am wearing pajamas, my hair's not brushed, and I'm in a sleeping bag on the other side of the classroom. And so I was like, how dare you not call me lazy? Or how dare you call me lazy? And then I'm like, okay, I guess it figures. But I told them my dream. I had this dream Monday night or Sunday night. I told them the dream Monday, and I explained it to them, and they started laughing at me. It's like, I'm kind of hurt. Y'all called me lazy, even though y'all technically didn't. It was all a dream. But
It's like the episode, the Friends episode, where Phoebe's all mad at Ross. He's like, "What did I do?" And she's like, "Oh," and she explains, and then she realizes it was a dream the whole time.
yeah, and then the squirrel came and sat on your shoulder and was talking to me. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, but no, it was one of those things that like I said, when my dream panned out and I could see what I was wearing, I was kind of laughing in the dream because I'm like, I'm complaining that they're saying I'm lazy, and technically in the dream, I am being lazy. I'm like, how dare you? I was like, ouch.
Well, it takes some effort to have a sleeping bag at work, though.
You don't want to be late, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, want to be there on time at all. Like I said,
If anything,
I'm gonna,
over dedicated.
well, too dedicated. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna keep the Ask a Principal segment for maybe the next episode because I want Dr. Cho to analyze. I was thinking like a Dr. Ruth or whatever, or like a Dr. Cho is gonna analyze another dream I had. I was like, you're gonna tell me all about something, but we're running short on time. I don't want to keep us too long. I like to keep easy, consumable content. For listeners.
It's technically super heroic half an hour.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's we're perfect for car rides. Just about anywhere you go, you can
There
listen
you
to this
go.
episode. Yeah. Keep it like that. All right. Remind everybody, our social medias having some issues right now. Thanks to our hack job on Threads and Instagram, but you can still find us at Choey and Jan, CHOEY, the letter NJAN, on Facebook, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Right.
Yep.
And what I'm gonna be messing with our Facebook over this upcoming break, man. A lot of ideas, and then you come up with some book ideas. I have one. I want to find a digital, some ebook stuff so we can start get some artwork in that stuff.
I want to because I got the whole AI bot stuff will do it, but it only does the streamline images, and they end up like before you hit your limit for free, and then it does it never does the same picture like it generates us differently each picture.
Yeah, and because I know that on Canva they have what they call I think it's Magic School AI, and Magic School AI you give them a prompt, it'll generate images, but like you said, it's not gonna be the same the whole time, and so that's honestly you've had two ideas and I've had one, and it's and we could take it, make a book, tweak it a little bit, but it's the artwork problem, at least for me, that's holding it up. You gotta have some drawings in there, some illustrations, and you and I aren't great artwork people.
My stick figure people seem like got beat up in it by the other stick figure people.
We should just do that. What is there? We should maybe book of stick figures.
Stick figures and just the face like get a generated face and it's the
Yeah.
same expression the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't this say he's mad at this point?
Well,
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I think Mo Willems does artwork with collages and stuff. We could do that. Stick figures and just a face glued on top, right? It's like an expression with your photos or whatever, but it's something. Just like the pet rock idea, you know? Yeah. All right, everybody, where's the pull and the plug? It's somewhere around here. All right, you ready? There
Let's
you go.
pull it.
Pull it.